Good evening, friends. Let us learn some more important root words and their derivatives. Right. Doc. Doc or DOCT. Doc. This is coming from Latin. It means to teach. Right. A doctor was originally a very highly educated person. Doctor. Coming from this root only. Doctor was originally very highly educated person, and he was so educated that he could teach. So doctor used to be referred to those educated people who have the necessary education to teach. So originally doctors were teachers, but slowly with time, because the medical practitioners or the in the medical practitioners are also referred to as doctors because the education system of to become doctors, medical doctors, is very rigorous. Right. That means they are also very highly educated. Right. That's how they also have become doctors. Right. Otherwise, it was originally very highly educated person. Even now also, we refer to the ones who have done PhD as doctors, right? Doctor in philosophy, doctorate in economics, etc. Right. So this doctor is about highly educated person, right? So that the source of this is this root DOC or DOCT, doct. Next, doctrine. Doctrine, it means belief or set of beliefs that are held by the church or taught by the church, right? Or a political party or church or anything, or a statement of government policy. Doctrine, that is doctrine. Same root, DOCT. For example, the doctrine of parliamentary sovereignty. He challenged the Christian doctrine of original sin. He was deeply committed to political doctrines of social equality. So basically, doctrine means belief or set of beliefs. Originally, it was about church, about the belief in church and all, but later it is about any parties or government, etc. That is doctrine. Docent. Docent, again from the same root, it is again about teaching. Docent. Docent means a person whose job is to show a museum and talk to people about museum. That is one kind of docent. That is that person. Another thing is a teacher at some universities who is not a regular member. Docent. This person is not a regular member of the department, but is kind of part time. So that person is docent. Right. So uh, same root, which is DOC, which means to teach. Docent is the guy who teaches at an university or something, but not full time, it is part time. The other meaning of the word is a person who shows a museum. So he kind of tells people that what is what and all, right? So he is also learned and he kind of teaches people and he kind of gives knowledge. That's why this person is docent. Okay. Doctrinaire. Doctrinaire. Doctrinaire is someone who strictly follows a theory in all circumstances. He is not worried about the practical realities, practical problems which can happen. For example, uh, a doctrinaire or attitudes, doctrinaire beliefs, doctrinaire policies, etc. These persons are very strict, right? These people they just follow the rules. They don't uh, they don't worry about the practical problems, right? That is doctrinaire. Next, indoctrinate. Indoctrinate is to force someone. Indoctrinate is a verb. It is actually to force someone to accept a particular belief or set of beliefs and not allow them to consider any other things. It's kind of forcing people to do some things. Right. The aim of religious education in the school is not to indoctrinate children into any one religious faith. That's why some school says this. So indoctrinate you have understood, right? In plus doct. Doct is about teaching. In is about into teaching or kind of forcing someone to accept certain beliefs. That is indoctrinate. Indoctrinate is a verb. Next, so this is about teaching, right? Now we have learnt about some teaching related words. Now let us one more word, one more root which is related to teaching. That is TUT, TUT or TUTI, right? It is equal to guiding or guarding or teaching, etc. Right. So this is also coming from Latin. That is tut. Right. Who is a tutor? We all know who is a tutor. He is a person who supervises students. Right. Same tut. Right. He works as a tutor uh, in that school, or his history tutor, his science tutor, etc. His kind of tutor is kind of a private teacher, especially one who teaches individual students on small groups. That fellow is a tutor. Tuition, we all know that people go to tuition. That is kind of place where people take lessons beyond school, right? So this is also like guiding, like teaching, right? Tutorial is also the same thing. Okay. So what is a tutorial? Tutorial is a period of teaching in a university, or a period of teaching for a small group of students at any place, right? Total number of hours spent in lectures, tutorials, practice problems, etc. Online tutorial, offline tutorial, step by step tutorial, all of this, right? That is tutorial. Intuition. Intuition means ability to know something by your own feelings rather than considering the facts. So within inside, if something inside is leading you, is guiding you, in plus tut, something inside is guiding you that this is this, that is not this. Intuition told her that he had spoken the truth. She is feeling. So how she is feeling, we don't know, but it's not related to facts. She has a feeling. He was guided by intuition and personal judgment. So he has a feeling. So he is guided by more of his feelings. I had an intuition that something awful was about to happen. Something bad was about to happen. I had a feeling. So that kind of feeling without any conscious reasoning, that is called intuition. In plus tut. Right. In plus tut, that is intuition. So kind of leading from inside. In plus guiding or leading, teaching from inside. That is intuition. Next. Next is tutelage. Again, same tut. Tutelage. Tutelage means the teaching and instruction that one person gives to another. That is tutelage. Under his tutelage, she started reading widely. Parental tutelage, etc. That is tutelage. Under the guidance and under the watch, etc. Under French tutelage, means under the control of French. Right. Next. Next, let's go to some other root word, which is die. Die means two. Right. What is a duel? Duel is a context between two people. It's kind of a formal fight with weapons. Uh, with weapons when two people are involved. Right. To challenge someone for a duel. The debate rapidly descended into a verbal duel. So duel is that thing. DUEL. Please note there is one more duel which is DUAL. DUAL means in two parts. Double duel. DUAL means double. Okay. DUEL an is kind of a fight between two people. Don't get confused. Don't get wrong. Duel and DUAL. Die, do. These are all related to double. Right. So next, duplicate. Do duplicate has got the same root, which is two. Right. So duplicate is what? You make an exact copy of something. Right. So there is a second thing. That's why it is a duplicate. Flick. Flick means actually to fold. This is coming from, I think, flick, again, duplicate is doubled. It is coming from Latin, right? Then duet. We all know what is a duet. Duet is a performance by two musicians, singers, dancers, for two players, for two singers again, right? So do plus et, right? So duet also has got two things. A piano duet. The host of the show did a duet with one of the guests, etc. Dichotomy. Dichotomy. Dichotomy is an important word. Or in fact, we discussed about this word duel also. Dual role, for example, means having two roles, having two parts, or having two aspects. Dual nationality, right? Having passports of two different nations, being citizen of two different countries. Dual purpose, etc. Dichotomy. Dichotomy, di plus tomia. Dic, dicho plus tomia. Dichotomia. Dichotomia means a division or contrast between two different groups or things that are completely opposite from one another. That is kind of dichotomia, right? Dichotomy is actually division into some dichotomy. Dichotomy is actually division into two contradictory groups. Something, the two groups, they seem to contradict each other, right? So that is kind of dichotomy. She noticed a dichotomy between the theories she has been taught in the university and the practical realities or in the realities of professional life. So, dichotomy is what she has experienced in the professional life is completely opposite to what she was taught in the college. So, that is dichotomy. Di plus tomy. Di plus ch plus tomy. Right. Dichotomy. Next. Dimorphic. Dimorphic is actually coming in two different forms. Yesterday we discussed morph. Morph is kind of form, amorphous and all we discussed. Right. Dimorphic is actually coming in two different forms. Right. So for example, animals, plants and all, they come in two different forms. Right. Male looks different, female looks different. Right. Male is generally larger than the female. Right. Dimorphism varies a lot in animal kingdom. So, for example, uh, birds are also generally dimorphic, with the male generally being more colorful, more colorful than the female. Right? If you see a peacock versus peahen, etc., so that is called dimorphic. That kind of existence is called dimorphic. Two different forms occurring in two distinguishable forms, either of color or of size, etc. Next, duplex. We all know duplex kind of duplex apartment with rooms on two different floors joined to one another by a wall on one side. That is shade, right? That is duplex. Next, duplicity. Duplicity is actually double dealing. It is kind of dishonest behavior intended to make someone believe something which is not true, something that is not true, but they behave that way. They behave in a dishonest manner so that they make people believe that that thing is right. Something that is not true is actually right. That is duplicity, twofold behavior. Do is two. Two types of behavior, duplicity, double meaning, etc. By. So let's go to another root which is related to which is related to two, which is actually by. We all know by. right? Bi means two. Bigamy. Bigamy. Gamos means marriage. Bigamy means marrying two persons. Right? Marrying two persons at the same time. Or the crime of marrying someone when that person is already married someone else. Right? That is bigamy. Binoculars. What is binoculars? Binoculars, it is again bi plus noculars, right? Instrument, it is like a small telescope. We all know, right? Small telescope that makes objects that are far, so that which with that we can see objects that are very far as if they are close. Right? Pair of binoculars. We looked at the birds through binoculars, etc. Bipartisan. Bipartisan means involving two different political parties. Bi plus parts. Two different parts. Okay? Bipartisan. Next, what is partition? Partition means partition behavior. Partition behavior, because we have discussed about bipartition. Bipartition and partition are not completely related, right? Partition means showing too much support for one person, one person, one group, or one idea, without actually considering that thing very carefully. Most newspapers are politically partitioned. That means they choose one side. Most newspapers, right? So that is partition. Next, binary. Bi plus nary. Bi is two. Binary. What are binary digits? Binary digits are 2, 0 and 1. Right? What is uh, entire computer programming computer system is based on binary digits. That is 0 and 1. Right? Binary system. Binary system includes only 0 and 1. Binary arithmetic, binary code, binary numbers, etc. Based on only two numbers consisting of only two parts. That is binary. Biennial. NS. ANNUS. NS means year. Annual, for example. Annual is yearly, right? Biennial means every 2 years. Occurring every 2 years. A biennial convention. That means that occurs every 2 years. So biennials in botany, biennials are plants that live 2 years, right? Bearing flowers and fruits only towards the end of the second year or only in the second year, right? So for example, carrots, sugar beets, or they belong to this biennial category, right? So they bear fruits or flowers, etc. only in the second year. Lot of plants, they bear fruits every year, right? For example, mango and all, they bear fruits every year. We don't need to wait for 2 years in terms of mangoes, right? Similarly, bi-monthly, etc. Bi means two. Perennial. Perennial means it is very continuous, continuing for a very long time. Basically, happening again and again, living for years and years. That is perennial, continuous. Perennial problem of water shortage. Perennial favorite, etc. Right? Perennial is again and again, every year and year. Here also it is the same root. Annus. Annual means kind of every year. Right. Then bipolar. Bipolar has got two meanings. Bipolar magnets are bipolars. Right. Every magnet will have both north pole and south pole. That is bipolar. That is one thing. In medical terminology, bipolar is used for bipolar disorder. Right. Bipolar disorder is kind of high intensity depression. Right. That is bipolar. Cool. Hope you understood these words. Any doubts? Please comment. We have covered the roots of bi, die, tut, and doc. We'll cover more roots. We are covering in this series around 250 300 roots. The most important roots of Greek and Latin, on which majority of the English words that we use are formed. Right, we are covering all the 250 300 roots. Right, I think we have covered roughly half of them right now. We are covering the remaining in the future also. So there are all these videos are available. Please please go through them, and any doubts, please please message. Thank you guys. All the best. Bye bye.